Did you see how the crowd reacted when Caitlin was provoked one more time on the court? In a recent WNBA game, things got intense between DJ Carrington and Caitlin Clark when Carrington fouled Clark and then mocked her. It caused a strong reaction from the crowd at Mohegan Sun Arena. During the first half, Caitlin Clark was heading toward the basket. DJ Carrington, trying to stop her, fouled Clark and, unhappy with the referee's call, mocked Clark. The crowd booed Carrington loudly since most of them were Clark supporters. What raised further concerns amongst the fans was the fact that the arena's replay team didn't show Carrington's gesture on the big screen. This raised eyebrows on the fair play and ensuring the safety of the players. Caitlin Clark, a rising star in the WNBA, faces immense pressure. Will this be too much to handle for the 22-year-old? You have seen Caitlin Clark transforming into a big name in the WNBA, all thanks to her amazing skills and the impact she has on the game. DJ Carrington had a controversial incident with Clark that got a lot of negative attention from fans. The game happened at Mohegan Sun Arena, which hosts WNBA games and other sports events. Fans urged the importance of players to ensure safety and behave well on the court. Things like taunting or causing controversy can upset fans and reflect poorly on the league. How the WNBA deals with these situations affects how players act and how everyone sees the league. It's interesting to see if these controversies between players urge the officials to take prompt actions, especially in a league like the WNBA that's still growing. In a recent game, Caitlin Clark and her team, the Indiana Fever, faced a formidable challenge against the Connecticut Sun, a team renowned for their strong defensive play in the WNBA. Caitlin, who is usually a high scorer, had an unusually rough outing. She managed to pull off just 10 points on 3 successful shots out of 8, including 2 3-pointers out of 5 attempts. She also had 3 turnovers during the game. The Indiana Fever had a challenging evening. They struggled across the board, particularly with contributions from key players like Nalissa Smith and Christy Wallace. Smith, typically a significant contributor, managed to score only 2 points and grabbed 3 rebounds. Wallace, on the other hand, scored 5 points but didn't secure any rebounds. A standout for the Fever was Aaliyah Boston, who put up an impressive 14 points and pulled down 12 rebounds, showcasing her talent and effort. Throughout the game, the Fever battled with execution issues, facing significant challenges in coordinating their plays and communicating effectively on the court. These difficulties led to numerous turnovers and missed scoring opportunities. On the defensive end, they struggled against the Suns' efficient offense, which took full advantage of opportunities created by standout players like DeWanna Bonner and Alyssa Thomas. The Fever appeared hesitant in their shooting, which allowed the Sun to dominate the rebounds and dictate the pace of the game. The Indiana Fever is currently struggling this season, holding a disappointing 3-10 record. To be more competitive, they need to improve their overall performance. In a recent game against the Connecticut Sun, the Fever had considerable difficulty on offense and ultimately lost the game. Caitlin Clark, their star player, should be provided more support from her team members to be more effective during the games. Although she is generally a good scorer, she struggled during this particular match and was not accurate in her shots due to the stiff competition from the rival team's formidable defense line. The current lack of precision and team support determines the obstacles Fever must overcome to ultimately emerge as a more unified and unconquerable team. The Connecticut Sun was clearly superior to the Indiana Fever in several key areas, which led to a decisive victory. The Sun had an impressive shooting percentage of 46.2%, while the Fever managed only 40.3%. The Sun's better shooting, particularly from three-point range, consistently kept them ahead in the game. Key players like DeWanna Bonner and DJ Carrington were instrumental for the Sun, making crucial long-range shots that strengthened their lead and showcased their skill. The Sun dominated in rebounding, pulling down a total of 41 rebounds, 12 of which were offensive. In stark contrast, the Fever managed just 26 rebounds. This potential difference in rebounding allowed the Sun to create multiple second-chance opportunities, further extending their advantage. The Fever also struggled with ball control, committing 11 turnovers that resulted in 18 points for the Sun. On the other hand, the Sun committed only 10 turnovers, which did not affect them as much, showcasing their better overall ball handling and defensive pressure. In terms of points in the paint and second-chance points, the Sun was clearly superior. The Fever was unable to play good defense against their strong offense. Overall, the Sun was the dominating team in the game from the onset because of their better shooting, rebounding, and conversion of turnovers. The Connecticut Sun is a top-tier team in the WNBA, recognized for their solid defense and proficient offense. Their ability to consistently perform well on both ends of the court makes them formidable opponents. DeWanna Bonner is a vital player for the Sun, often referred to as the player who makes the clutch shots. Additionally, DJ Carrington excels in making key three-point shots, adding to the team's offensive game. For Caitlin Clark and her teammates, it was a tough night. They faced a well-coordinated and highly skilled team, which made it difficult for them to find their rhythm and execute their game plan effectively. The Connecticut Sun's higher shooting accuracy played an important role in their victory over the Indiana Fever. Their efficient shooting, especially from three-point range, proved significant. Their dominance on the boards gave them more scoring opportunities and limited the Fever's chances to rebound and score. Caitlin Clark faced immense pressure in this game, given her recent standout performances. Despite her exceptional talent and skills, it was a challenging night for both her and her team. To perform well against tough opponents like the Sun, she needs stronger support from her teammates, ensuring she is not solely responsible for carrying the team. For the Indiana Fever to improve, they need to work on better coordination, reduce turnovers, and enhance their defensive strategies to handle strong teams effectively. This loss serves as a learning experience and highlights areas needing improvement for both Caitlin Clark and the team. Caitlin Clark showed resilience and professionalism despite a tough match against the Connecticut Sun. Caitlin Clark did play well, but needs more support from her team to handle intense defensive pressure. The Indiana Fever, with a 3-10 record, are having a difficult season and need to improve their cohesion and execution to compete more effectively. Players like Nalissa Smith and Christy Wallace need to perform better to support Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Coach Chrissy Sides must adjust her strategies to make better use of the team's strengths. The Fever needs to work on communication and coordination to reduce turnovers and increase shooting efficiency, while Clark needs more offensive and defensive support to play her best. This game also highlighted broader issues within the WNBA. The league needs to balance promoting new stars like Caitlin Clark while recognizing veteran players. The WNBA must focus on player safety, addressing hard fouls and unsportsmanlike behavior. The game showed the tensions and challenges in the WNBA, such as fair treatment and recognition for all players. For the Indiana Fever, improving team cohesion, communication, and execution are critical steps toward becoming more competitive. Experts believe that Clark's future depends on the coach, the strategies implemented on the court, and the support of her teammates. The WNBA must navigate the challenges of player promotion and safety to continue growing the league and maintaining a positive environment for all players.